Good morning, Masters. We are in Chapter 7 Boy or Girl. A typical example of this is Janet's story. Janet and her husband were ready to start a family and actively trying to get pregnant. She had been having dreams about her baby and wanted to know if the images I saw clairvoyantly of her child were the same as in her dreams. When I looked at Janet's spirit baby, the green oval surrounded the image of a curly haired young girl. When I connected with the spirit baby, a young girl's voice answered. I reported my experience to Janet, and she was elated. The young curly haired girl matched the description of the little girl who appeared to Janet in her dreams. I could tell Janet really wanted to have a little girl. So I cautioned her that this image might not represent the gender of her child. I explained that while many spirit babies do know what their ultimate gender choice is, I had found that an equal number do not. I suggested that the spirit baby, sensing her desire for a girl, may have chosen this image as one Janet could easily connect to. I instructed Janet on the basics of spirit baby communication and asked her to let me know how things progressed. Many months later, Janet came for another session. Janet was now pregnant, and again she was interested in what I saw. This time I focused on her spirit baby. I could see the clear outlines of a little boy's face within the oval. He had a big smile on his face as if he had played a little joke on someone. I said to Janet, "You think the baby is going to be a boy now, don't you?" She laughed and said that ever since she had become pregnant, the image of the little girl had gone away. Instead, when she did the exercises I had given her, she got the distinct impression that her baby would be a boy. A few months later, Janet called to let me know that her doctor had confirmed that she was carrying a boy. As I noted in Chapter 4, one of the advantages of the spirit baby world is that its inhabitants can create whatever image suits them. This helps the spirit baby try on or rehearse the roles they will play in this lifetime. Some even use this ability as a way of gaining an understanding of the opposite sex. One spirit baby, whom the doctor confirmed was a girl, suddenly began appearing as a little boy. The mother, who practiced spirit baby communication, became concerned and asked me about this. I looked clairvoyantly and saw the image of the boy playing with two older boys. When I asked the spirit why she had chosen this image, she replied, "I'm going to have two older brothers," which was true. I want to understand what it is like to be a boy. This ability to take on any image also helps the spirit baby communicate. In Janet's story, her spirit baby transformed herself into an image that would facilitate their communication. In other sessions, I have seen spirit babies who appeared as figures designed to jog their prospective parents' past life memories. Learning to communicate with these figures has helped many of my clients understand the karmic destiny they share with their children. Talking to your spirit baby. When you decide to communicate with your spirit baby, it is important to consider where the spirit is in terms of psychic development. Spirit babies go through a process of psychic development just as they go through a process of physical development. In the beginning, the spirit baby's consciousness is a melange of memories and potential. All the accomplishments, failures, and significant meetings of past lives swirl in the spirit oval. The spirit baby's individual consciousness during this time is quite unformed. The spirit usually identifies with its past more than its future. This stage is a very free-form state of being. This spirit can be compared to someone absent-mindedly leafing through a family scrapbook. As the spirit floats through its memories, it creates a stream of consciousness with no particular purpose or direction. During this time, the spirit baby is more something to be observed than communicated with. Most people will not encounter a spirit baby at this stage. Spirits leave this first stage of psychic development when they hear the call of karma. Whether it is an internal alarm or the call of a prospective parent, the force of karma draws the spirit baby from this free-form stream of consciousness. The process of developing the identity that will enter this lifetime has begun. It is at this time that the spirit makes its first appearance in the aura of a prospective parent. This appearance does not necessarily coincide with when a person is about to become pregnant. Some spirit babies begin to follow their prospective parents around when the parents are young children themselves. At this point, the spirit baby's ability to communicate begins and its individual personality becomes more pronounced. Its consciousness is now more focused. Only those past life memories important to this lifetime are retained. This is a busy time for the spirit baby as it begins to prepare in earnest for its next incarnation. For some spirit babies, this means beginning to pay attention to their prospective parents' world. Although spirit babies can be very communicative at this stage of development, getting clear answers from them can sometimes be a challenge. They will often flip from subject to subject, partially answering the question, then abruptly shifting to another topic. Those who communicate visually often rapidly transform from one image to another, going from child to adult, male to female, in rapid succession. Emotional communicators frequently take their prospective parents through a whole spectrum of emotions. Spirit babies at this stage are a lot like children at play, discovering and exploring their nascent selves. All the information they need to create their new destiny is there within them. It is the spirit's job to learn how to access it. Prospective parents who regularly connect and attempt to communicate with their spirit babies during this stage of development provide a point of focus. Even when they do not get direct answers, their questions help the spirit baby access the information necessary to create its new identity. The purpose of spirit baby communication at this time is to establish the prospective parent as a loving, accepting presence. Spirit babies enter the third stage of their psychic development when they become conscious of their birth time. Birth time is not a specific date, but rather a window of opportunity, a period of time stretching from a few months to a few years to many lifetimes. The length of this window is determined by the spirit baby's karma. Once the spirit baby enters into this time period, its whole being focuses on one thing: conception. If there are any issues that prevent the spirit from entering into the conception compact, now is when they become most apparent. This is when most spirit babies first show awareness of such things as conception problems, relationship or environmental issues, and possible miscarriage. This third stage lasts from the moment a spirit baby becomes aware of its birth time until conception. During this time, spirit babies are most eager to communicate. Their desire to be conceived brings a sharp focus to their consciousness. They begin to appear prominently in their future mother's aura. A distinct, consistent personality emerges as the spirit baby starts to assess and consciously process the past life information that will shape this lifetime. The spirit becomes aware that it has a history and a purpose. This is one of the best times to talk to spirit babies. At this stage, they are willing and able to reveal past life connections, the talents they bring into this lifetime, and what they know of their destiny. Prospective parents who communicate with their spirit babies during this period not only have the opportunity to gain insight into their child's past and future, they also create a strong energetic bond that can facilitate conception. The fourth and final stage of spirit baby development stretches from conception to birth, when the unborn leaves the spirit baby realm and enters the physical world. This is a very important time for the spirit baby. From the moment of conception, The spirit's energies are dedicated to creating a new body. With each passing month of pregnancy, the unborn commits more and more to this task. During the first 6 or 7 months, this sharpens the spirit's self-awareness and communication skills. Most spirit babies at this time want to talk about themselves and their future. They are engaged in the first important project of this lifetime, building a body, and often want to communicate their needs and concerns. It is very common for a spirit baby to reach out to its mother at this time. The mother, after all, is the spirit's partner in this bodybuilding endeavor. This focus on the body can give the spirit baby an insight into any problems that may occur during or after birth. For example, during her 4th month of pregnancy, a woman asked me if there was anything her spirit baby could convey about problems they might face during or after birth. The spirit baby, who had previously flitted from subject to subject, actually focused for a moment and sent me the image of a baby bottle. His mother was planning to breastfeed, so I knew that the image was a sign of trouble in that area. The mother discovered that she had a breast milk production problem after the child was born. However, her child's previous message prepared her for this, and she was able to go on a program that helped her successfully breastfeed. The spirit's growing consciousness of its body ultimately brings an end to direct communication. Around the 7th or 8th month of pregnancy, many spirit babies fall silent. Even the most loquacious spirits stop talking around this time. This worries some parents who have been regularly communicating with their unborn. This silence is not a sign that something is wrong. Rather, it is a positive indicator. It means the spirit has fully embraced its new personality and has taken on the role of an infant. This change is reflected in the spirit baby oval as well. The constantly changing images within the oval give way to an image that looks like a fetus in the womb. The oval itself moves from a position in the upper part of the mother's aura to one on one side of the mother's hips. Even though most spirit babies stop direct communication at this time, their need for an emotional connection is very strong. This is why I recommend continuing the meditations in this chapter even during this silent period. They provide constant emotional support and reassurance to the spirit baby as it prepares to pass from one dimension to another. Communicating with your spirit baby. Each prospective parent has a natural connection with their spirit baby. The exercises in this chapter will enhance your awareness of this connection and help you explore the possibilities of spirit baby communication. Talking with a spirit baby requires a prospective parent to be sensitive to a subtle psychic level of communication. We receive this communication through the chakra system. Actually, we receive information from our chakras all the time, but we are largely unaware of it due to the restlessness or chatter of our minds. Trying to listen to a spirit baby, or any spirit for that matter, while this chatter is going on is like trying to hear a whisper across a crowded room. Our minds are restless because we are constantly multitasking the needs of our family, work, and inner life. As our minds try to address each of these needs, our attention is drawn from one subject to another, never giving any our full attention. In order to communicate with your spirit baby, it is important to cultivate two qualities: clarity and concentration. Clarity is the ability to have a mind that is calm and free of distractions. Concentration is the ability to focus the mind's full attention on one thought or task. Developing these two qualities is the first step in spirit baby communication. They will help you become aware of the subtle psychic communication received by our chakra system. Breath exercises. The following series of meditations will help you connect and communicate with your spirit baby. For best results, they should be practiced daily at the same time each day. However, even practicing a few minutes a week will increase your ability to converse with your spirit baby. Because each meditation prepares you for the next, they should be done in sequence in the order presented. Meditation for clarity and concentration. Sit in a comfortable chair with your back straight. Unless you are accustomed to meditating in a cross-legged position, keep both feet flat on the floor. Place the palm of the left hand on your stomach and the palm of your right hand on the center of your chest. This helps calm and center your energy system. Focus your attention on your breath. Listen to the sound of your inhalation and exhalation. Continue this for 8 or 9 minutes. If your mind wanders, just refocus it on your breath. After 8 or 9 minutes, bring this meditation to a close by attuning your breath to the affirmation. Calm mind, gentle heart. Inhale for the amount of time it takes to say the affirmation aloud. Say the affirmation aloud as you exhale. Do this for 3 complete breaths. Each breath is 1 inhalation and 1 exhalation. Listening to the breath is an act of self-acceptance. Your breath represents the energy flow that supports who you are in this lifetime. It creates an energetic embrace that unifies and calms all the different aspects of the self. A calm, quiet mind is important in spirit baby communication because a quiet mind listens rather than projects. It is very easy for the mind to project its own wishes, hopes, and fears onto a spirit baby. We do this with children all the time, rather than listening to what the spirit is actually trying to say. This is especially true when you are first learning to communicate with your spirit baby. Until you and your spirit baby find a compatible wavelength on which to communicate, many of your questions will be met with silence. It is always tempting for the mind to fill the silence with its own images and ideas, just like someone nervously trying to fill an awkward silence in a conversation. A quiet mind encourages spirit baby communication because it listens. It opens up those silent spaces and invites the spirit baby to fill them with their own voice and ideas. A quiet mind is an act of love to a spirit baby. It tells them you value them and will make a place in your life for who they are and what they have to say. I recommend this meditation as a preliminary to any work with spirit babies. Daily practice is best as it builds clarity and concentration. Do not be discouraged if you have trouble remaining focused during the entire meditation. Even 1 minute of having a clear, calm mind is all the time a spirit baby needs to provide a wealth of information. Calling to your spirit baby. This next exercise is a chant that calls your spirit baby into your aura. Spirit babies usually do not wait around for you to talk to them. Depending on their stage of development, they involve themselves in various activities in order to prepare for their new life. This chant gets your spirit baby's attention and focuses their spirit on you. On an energetic level, this chant says, I welcome and acknowledge you as part of our family. Sit with your spine straight and your feet flat on the floor. Place your left hand palm up on your left thigh and your right hand palm up on your right thigh. The fingers of both hands should be facing toward each other. Close your eyes and listen to your breath. After you are settled, imagine that as you inhale, your breath is being pulled down through the top of your head to the base of your spine. As you exhale, imagine the breath flowing down your legs into the earth. Repeat this pattern for 3 or 4 minutes or until you feel ready to continue. Focus on the center of your chest. Imagine yourself as a parent calling your child home for the evening. Chant O na me a sa na cha o ne a. The chant should be done quickly enough to be completed in one breath. If this is too difficult, you can take a breath after the fourth syllable. Continue to chant for 5 minutes or until you feel complete. After you have finished chanting, keep your eyes closed, relax and listen to the silence until you are ready to go on to the next meditation. Attuning yourself to your spirit baby. Once you have the spirit baby's attention, you need to match the spirit's energetic vibration. Each spirit baby has a unique vibration, which is expressed in terms of color. By matching the color of your spirit baby, you create a nurturing, familiar environment that encourages the spirit to communicate. This meditation also clears the chakra system and helps you sensitize it to your spirit baby's vibration. This will make it easier for you to understand what your spirit baby is trying to say. This exercise should be done after you complete the calling to your spirit baby chant. Close your eyes. Imagine you can breathe a bright red energy in through the top of your head. Let your inhalation draw the energy all the way down to the soles of your feet. As you exhale, imagine your entire body glowing a bright red. Repeat this breath 2 more times. With each breath, let the red glow of your body extend farther into the space around you. Repeat this process with the following colors: orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, and white. Allow 3 breaths for each color. After you have finished, keep your eyes closed. Take a few moments and listen to your breath. Ask yourself what color felt the most right, the most comfortable. Let your inhalation draw this color in through the top of your head and fill your body with it. Let your exhalation extend the glow of this color into the space around you. Repeat this breath 8 more times or until you feel ready to go on to the next meditation. When you add your spirit baby color, you create a nurturing environment that amplifies your unborn thoughts, emotions, and desires. If you are unfamiliar with meditation or energy work, I recommend that you practice the first 3 meditations of this series once a day for 1 week before adding the final meditation. This will give you time to learn the exercises and get comfortable with the power of your breath. A direct line of communication with your spirit baby. This meditation opens up a direct line of communication between yourself and your spirit baby. Do the first 3 meditations of this series as a preparation for this exercise. Sit with your spine straight and your feet flat on the floor. Place your left hand palm up on your left thigh. Place your right hand palm up on your right thigh. The fingers of both hands should point toward each other. Focus on the center of your chest and listen to your breath for a minute or so. Imagine your spirit baby as a green oval floating in space about 3 feet in front of you. Chant O Ah O Ah O Ah Om. As you chant, imagine the O's vibrating in the center of your chest, the A's vibrating the spirit baby oval, and the Om vibrating in the space between you. Repeat the chant 10 times. You may do it longer if you wish. After you have completed the chant, introduce yourself and ask if your spirit baby is present. You may do this silently within or aloud if you wish. After you have asked your question, pay attention and wait for an answer. Your spirit baby may signal its presence in a variety of ways. A voice may greet you. A flash of light or an image of a child may appear. You may feel a warm presence around you or in the center of your chest. You may experience an intuitive flash and simply know your spirit baby is present. Once you are aware of your spirit baby's presence, you can begin to ask questions. I recommend keeping your questions simple at first. Simple, direct questions are most likely to elicit simple, direct answers. It is good to remember, however, that the point of this exercise is to help you begin a new relationship with your spirit baby. It is just as important to say, I love you, as it is to elicit information. If you do not get a response from your spirit baby, do not despair. It often takes a bit of time to open up to the information received by your chakra system. In this meditation, your heart, at the center of your chest, acts as the receiver of your spirit baby's communication. Another reason for no response is that some spirit babies, like the children they will become, often take their time responding to their parents' call. Touching the center of your chest with your right hand after you have introduced yourself to your spirit baby will enhance your ability to process this information and make it easier to be aware of your spirit baby's presence. It is also important to remember that your spirit baby may be communicating with you even though you are not aware of it. This information will remain in your chakra system and often manifest in dreams or when some external stimulus brings it to the surface. Each spirit baby has its own timetable and knows when it is time to begin communication. They get absorbed in some fascinating detail of their past or future and often do not hear you the first time you call. This is why I recommend doing this series of 4 meditations at the same time each day. This sets up a constant energetic pulse that calls to your spirit baby. It lets the spirit baby know that when they are ready, you will be waiting with open arms no matter how long it takes. Remember, it does not matter whether you get a response each time you try to contact your spirit baby. What matters is regular practice of these meditations. Each time you call to your spirit baby, you are building a spiritual relationship of mutual love and acceptance. You also create a loving, nurturing energy that supports the spirit baby's growth. The following is a list of questions you might like to ask your spirit baby. Over the years, I have found that these questions elicit the most information. Have we known each other before? Why did you choose me as a parent? What are we here to learn from one another? What is our karma together? Is there anything I can do to facilitate your conception or birth? Do you know of any problems that will impact conception, pregnancy, birth? What do you know of your destiny? How can we best prepare for your life with us? How can we make you feel at home with us? While obtaining information is an important part of getting to know your spirit baby, what is most important is establishing a loving, nurturing relationship. Do this series of meditations as much to say, I love you, as to learn. Okay, Masters, we'll stop here. Thank you very much.